Jane Greer. She will get you every time. Back with me to discuss Out of the Past is Chris Mitchum, son of Robert Mitchum. So, fantastic film.
Yeah, wonderful film.
One of the great things about it is your dad's voiceover in this film, which is probably, I'm going to say, with William Holden and Sunset Boulevard, this is the best voiceover in film noir. And one of the reasons for that is because your dad just had this incredible voice.
Yeah. Well, he told me that when he first started acting, he had to raise his voice to a higher octave because it was so deep it wouldn't pick up on the register.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he could talk. It sounded like a rumble.
Yeah. I mean, it's so distinctive. You know, you have a little bit of it. I can hear a little of it. I can definitely see your dad in you.
Listen, I'd be making commercials and a lot of money if I had his voice.
Yes. When he delivers what was the title of the story, when he says, "Then build my gallows high, baby." Yeah, it's like there's nobody else in Hollywood that's going to deliver that line and get away with it. Exactly. That's him. Yeah. So I want to ask about Kirk Douglas because I've heard tales that they were extremely competitive when they were making this movie.
Well, the last guy in the world.
I hate surprises myself. You want to just shut the door and forget it?
No, come on in.
Well, I think it was more than competition. I think my father kind of regarded Kirk as a pompous ass.
Yeah,
and he just, Kirk would tell the crew what to do, and get a little star heavy on the set. My father had no tolerance for that.
Yeah, your dad had a reputation for being like everybody's equal on the set here. Yeah.
Well, when you start from nothing, I mean, everybody looks good to you.
Yeah, but Jane Greer would tell me that she loved your dad.
Yeah, she did.
As like a brother. She said it was like a brother-sister relationship. He was very protective of her.
Well, they did. They did work together again 40 years later.
Really?
My dad was invited to do a hosting on Saturday Night Live. My sister heard about this, contacted them and said, I'd like to go ahead and put a little something together, which was kind of a takeoff on Out of the Past. My sister found a gas station in the Mojave Desert. My son Bentley plays the kid in it, and Jane reprised her role, as did my father, and they did this little movie called Out of Gas.
What brings you to Suckerville, Kathy? This a social call?
Not exactly. You've got to help me, Jeff. I need a gas cap.
Was it a good thing to be Bob Mitchum's son?
Well, I wasn't really. He was such a normal person at home. He would teach us to box in the backyard and archery, and we'd play badminton and stuff. I was not really aware he was an actor, so I was like, 12 years old. I guess that's a little slow on the uptake. But he would leave the work at the office, and he would come home, and he was a family man and a father at home. So I didn't, people who would come to the house, Greg Pekla behind us, and these were family friends. To me, it was when my dad had Elvis Presley at the house at a Christmas party. At 13, I knew who Elvis Presley was. And after everybody left, they started talking music. And I sat in the corner, and Elvis and my dad took turns playing the piano. My dad would say, "Well, do you know this one?" He'd sit down and start playing some blues song from New Orleans, and Elvis knew the lyrics, and they'd sing it together. And then Elvis, "So how about this one?" And he would sit down, and he would start playing some song, and they'd sing that one together. And I was just... Elvis.
Why didn't they have iPhones then?
Exactly.
Oh my God!
It was an incredible experience.
So, Chris, this has been absolutely
my
great.
pleasure,
It has been so wonderful to have you here. That does it for us. But be sure to continue the Noir conversation on Facebook and Twitter, and tune into Noir Alley next week when I'll have not one but two guests and a film noir that'll have you checking the hat on your head. Well, Chris, this is the bottom of the barrel, and you have scraped it.
I've scraped it. Thank you very much, Eddie.
You're very welcome.
My pleasure.
Thanks.